doing biz, locked up.
Ever since me being aware that Michael Jackson had children, and I saw the children that were said to be his children, I had a bit of a conflict with him, because I was thinking, no matey apparently, went through his situation, bleached himself. Cool. But how is it that I'm seeing true Caucasian looking children? So you said we know they're not his children. So I said, okay, if it's common knowledge that he adopted, or like Michael being Michael, Neverland Michael being given whatever else, cool, yeah. But if you're telling me it's common knowledge that they are his biological children, I still have this same issue, because I'm not seeing children of color.
It's like we embrace everything that's bad.
If you told me those kids were Scandinavian, I'd believe it. Be expecting to see two parents that are Caucasian.
No,
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's always baffled me.
You think anyone that has power within their hand is really going to give it up? Just ask yourself that.
And yeah, like
if you're black or white and then got Caucasian kids.
A lot of conspiracies about his the bleaching, and people talking about the Michael Jackson we've seen for the last recent years, ever since the Pepsi incident, ain't been him. I saw one source that said after that Pepsi fire incident, the damage was irreversible.
Slavery basically threw everything back on his head. So there's a lot of kings and queens running up and down who is common folks now.
Well, it's said that they put a clone in this place, taught the clone how to dance and sing, and the rest is history. They say clones, this whole conspiracy about clones, it's said, that they literally can replicate anything.
In a way, there's no way things will ever go back to being the same.
The colours don't really work. I'm like, but what? These are my colours. These are the colours that it makes sense to me. And I'm sure if it makes sense to me, I'm sure there's somewhere in the world where someone would understand it.
We ain't shit. Life shows you that. Pay attention.
Clone technology is not new. When it comes to giving blood, swab tests, all them sort of things there, like I'll be real. When you go to the hospital, something's up and they ask for a blood sample, we kind of, most people are like, oh yeah, I want to find out what's wrong with you. But when they send you the results back, they don't send you your blood back, do you? do they? No, let's be real.
I hate the fact someone tells you what to do. Because of your circumstances, like, you have to put up with the bullshit.
I'm gonna be a team player. No, I don't even like people.
To this day, some of us can still go to our grandmothers, our granddad. What age did you marry her?
Let's be real. I've had blood tests done in hospital before, and they these days you don't always get results sent to you. Like, I think they actually no. I think data protection means they can't do things over the phone. I think with things like that, they I think when it comes to when people go for STI checks, you can get a text message saying
What
like
the result is?
no or yes or
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah. I think that, but when it comes to blood test results, I think you have to go into the hospital or whatever. And you step into the room, you're waiting. She comes in. She's got this folder out, and she's like, "Oh, so we've got the results." And I'm thinking, "Oh yeah, that's all good and that, but where's my blood room, boy?"
Yeah.
Surely you didn't need the whole thing.
See the size of the valves, bro.
Creativity. How is it creative if someone's telling you what to do?
Be at home around people like your friends and your family and work. Which one are you gonna pick?
No, but you know, if you check it, all things pertain to the Creator.
You see how people turn like go crazy when the routine's thrown off.
I'm saying, where does our blood go when we go for blood tests? Big man thing, because it's essentially chemistry when they're doing blood tests. There'll be various different things they do to be able to see the composition of your blood, what's in your blood, and never do they discuss with you where your blood goes, what happens to it when it's been tested, how it's disposed of, or whatever.
The weather changes, people go crazy.
Yeah, so you know, it's through each and every one of us.
They don't like you. They like your money though.
The same thing, urine sample, you could say the same thing. When they're looking at your stool, your shit, you could say the same thing. When they're looking at like another scary thing, when your fertility tests, when they're checking your sperm. Oh yeah, so you've got healthy sperm. Yeah, I'll like it back, please.
Imagine you earn you got every bit of money that you earn.
He's the one that gives us the knowledge, the wisdom.
So you're not had to be God.
They're our brothers, you know.
It's not natural. It becomes unnatural when they tell you to water it.
Not this one thing. Sperm rude, boy. And then years later on, you see bare little youths looking like you. I had to touch on the bleaching thing though, because it's just like, you know, you got the on your knuckles, they're darker.
Yeah.
Than the, like, he literally is the same complexion all over.
It's not right in their books. But how do you know it's not right?
But some truth is in it.
He sees something that is obviously threat to him.
But read it and see what it says.
That's like saying a tree, yeah? It's going in the wrong direction.
There was something that I saw, and apparently, you know when Michael Jackson wrote Bad, he wanted
Prince to play it. Or
to be, you know, there's two rival gangs in the video.
Yeah.
He wanted Prince to be the rival gang.
They'll walk straight past you as if you're not working for them.
Yeah, even the Torah, which is the first 5 books of Moses anyway, you know.
Pitch her off the bed.
But then again, to me, it's America, you know, that planted that bug in China to wipe out the Chinese.
Not even, oh, hi, what's your name, good morning, like, no interest in who you are.
He wrote the song, sent it to Prince. First couple of words, he was like, nah.
oh shit.
Yeah. And you know when the song starts, it goes, your bird is mine.
I don't care about you.
You know, the way I see it, because they want to cut down the population of the Chinese. They're predicting what they will be doing, you know.
Because you think that's normal. Everyone has their own idea of what normal is.
Prince weren't feeling that, yeah. apparently Prince weren't really feeling that. So what he done? Prince sounded like you said. We never grew up on him, yeah. We never grew up on him, but he sounded like he was man them, innit? Do you know what his response was? Do you know?
Your bird is mine.
But you know what his response was? Apparently, he rewrote the song, recorded it in the studio, and sent it to Michael Jackson and still said no.
I don't believe in that stuff. Before we learn how to talk, what do you think we're doing?
That's why they put them out in movies, isn't it?
Well, we're looking for shortcuts, innit? We don't want to use our brain too much.
He said literally, he read the first couple of lyrics, he was like, no, he already done fucked up. Apparently he tried to run him down in his limo.
Them bugs with like 10 eyes or whatever, yeah? What if they see us like with 10 heads?
And the shows and the games and all. Only a man that is perverse and wicked and evil that does things like.
Imagine, okay, right now, yeah, this is a dream.
Yeah. Imagine this is just a dream.
I always think about it.
And bring our own languages back.
He sat in his limo and waited for Michael to come out of one building. Yeah, I went to run his shit over, fam. Seriously, I can't make this shit up. This is what this documentary, I suppose, was saying. But I won't ignore other things I've heard. I heard that when Michael died, Prince was like really depressed about it.
Even the music, the so-called lyrics, what they say, you know, is inciting hatred, you know what I mean? For me, reggae music is a music I love from a long time.
For me, it was a thing where, all right, let's look at what was on the table and what's been spoken about that isn't really talked about in the media. Michael Jackson had the owned the masters for was it the Beatles, and basically he had guap in holding that. Every time, you know, people love the Beatles as well. Every time they're played, bro. Exactly. Every time they're being played, he's getting guap from it.
It's universal now, you know, black and white and Chinese and Indian and everybody. It's in the same bracket. More segregation of color in a sense. And you know, we never got compensated for anything, have we?
He was also about to change some shit. You know what? Basically, what Tyler Perry has done now in the film industry.
Buying his own studio.
Yeah, Michael was gonna do that and more so in the music industry. He was about to change up some shit to the point where basically what Gaddafi was gonna do in Africa, Michael Jackson was gonna do in the music industry.
We've been brainwashed from babies.
Yeah, Prince and Michael proper had some beef going on.
Lost our identity from way back.
Register that child, bro, to lock it into the system.
Applying for work that's not there.
No, rest in peace, Michael Jackson.
Word.
Right.
Now your thought of the way the creators made you is militant.
Apparently he lifted his kind of aesthetic from Rick James though. He kind of
He got his
steez from Rick James.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a theory in physics regarding the theory of infinity and whether we're in a finite or infinite universe. And it said that in an infinite universe, in theory, because there is a finite amount of elements on the periodic table and atoms and whatever else, in an infinite universe, those building blocks will be able to arrange itself in the same sequence more than once. So let's say if there's a sequence to which atoms has arranged itself to create, yeah? In an infinite universe, we have an infinite amount of time for those atoms to do the same thing. So it said that in an infinite universe, it's possible that there's more than just one out there. It's a theory. I don't believe in it purely because I feel the essence of someone can't be replicated in that way. If you're talking about the physical, the body, even in this world, we've, like you said, there's doubles. And some people use that theory to answer as to why there are some people in the world who we might consider doubles or doppelgangers, because there's only a certain amount of arrangement atoms can take to create someone until it repeats itself again. It's like if you've got 9 building blocks, you've got loads of different ways you can arrange those building blocks, but eventually you repeat a sequence again. And it's basically saying that atoms and the elements in the universe operate, or could in theory operate in the same way, where you would find that they assemble themselves into the same pattern. But it's a weird one. It is a weird one.